What's up, you guys? So here from OneGlanceTrader.com, and welcome to week 9 of me trading the options wheel strategy on Riot blockchain. And if you're brand new to this series, the link is down below for the full playlist, so you can go back and check the full wheel strategy, or how I started and how I got into this position in week 9. So as the title thumbnail suggests, I have made over 6% return so far. I am currently in a quote unquote losing trade where I do have an unrealized loss of the shares that I hold, but that's fine. As with any investment, I don't mind holding Riot for the long term, and I'm continuing to make passive income and weekly income to get me a better return on my investment as time goes on. So in this video, we're just going to go through the charts to see what Riot's been doing over the past week or so, and then we'll head over to the spreadsheet so you can see the full breakdown of all my trades, the premium I've collected, and all that kind of good stuff. And all I ask in return is that you smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon. So for those who've been watching over the last few weeks, you guys will know that I had this kind of ascending triangle um, uh, pattern over here with this resistance line. As you can see, I've kind of taken that off now, because as we get more data on price, uh, I'm seeing this here, especially with this congestion over here at these three levels, as a kind of support area. Not to say that support area can't break, but at the moment you can see over the last few days that support area has been holding quite well. So we had a fantastic day on the Monday, went up by nearly 10% at highs of just over 29, and then yesterday absolutely plummeted back down again to back down to this kind of support area at around the 25.50 mark. So as it stands at the moment, very interesting to see if this support area holds and we do get a rebound back up. If we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin has been making new highs, well, recent new highs, and then has started to cool off slightly, which is probably why we're seeing this kind of a cool off period here for Riot as well. So overall, I'm still not too worried about this stock. I do have money tied away that if it does break below this support area, I will go and place another put on Riot to collect more premium, and if I did get assigned, to lower my cost basis. So that is always been part of the strategy. I said that back in week 1, week 2, that I'm willing to own a maximum of 200 shares of Riot. But at the moment, I'm quite comfortable still holding 100 shares and seeing what happens over the next few weeks at this congestion area. Are we going to pick back up, or are we going to continue to go down? So this should be quite interesting to see what happens over the next few weeks. And I've got some new lines here. So obviously I've got my cost basis at 33.50, and then what I've also done here is added my break even in grey at 31.39. And what the break even is basically your cost basis minus all the net premium you have received. So if I was to exit this position at 31.39, I would get my initial $3,350 back, but give back all the premium I received. My plan is not to do that. My plan is to keep my premium. But it's good for me when I am selling covered calls. If I want to be a bit more aggressive to collect more premium, I can look to sell covered calls in between my break even and my cost basis. And every single week as I collect premium, my break even drops, and depending on the amount of premium I receive, um, the further down my break even goes. So as I said, fairly comfortable with everything at the moment. I'm just waiting to see what exactly happens here, and then on Friday, more than likely, I will roll out my covered call and do a new covered call for the next week. So if we have a look at the spreadsheet, so as we talked about last week in week 8, I did a covered call at $11, which then I exited out, or I rolled the position on Friday. So I bought it back for $1, so making an equivalent of $10 for last week. And then I opened a new position on Friday, ending this Friday, so October the 15th. And I picked up $7. And the reason why it's lower than the week before is for two reasons. One, price dropped slightly, but secondly, as you can see here, I went back up to $34, which is above my $33.50 cost basis as well. So again, for this week, I have sold a covered call above my cost basis, and just to make sure that if Riot did continue, and as it kind of did on Monday, it rocketed up by 10%. Then it was probably a good thing that I did do it, but I didn't expect it to jump all the way back down to the current price of 25.50. As of yesterday. And this is a good learning actually in terms of when to place cover calls. You can never time the market in terms of, when's the best time to place a covered call. Because if I waited till Monday and I waited at the highs of 10% of around $29, I think from memory I probably would have got $15, $16 premium as opposed to the 7. But again, for me it is what it is, right? I'm not going to um, feel sorry for myself that I didn't wait, because again, right could have dropped even further, and therefore that $7 could have turned into $2. So you got to look at these things, and pick a day. Friday afternoon is generally the time I do it in the UK. Is look at my positions and roll out my positions, or let my positions close out. If there's earnings coming or news coming or any other catalyst that will affect when I make these kind of changes, but normally I do my I update all my positions or roll my positions on Friday afternoon UK time. So like I said, picked up another $7. So my current total premium that I've collected is $211, and that's just a combination of all of this. And then my ROI is 6.3%, so it's $211 over the amount that I've invested, which is $3,350. So if we have a look at this little table on the side, the current share price is 25.51. The bits in yellow is the pieces that I've added in manually, which calculates the rest. So I own 100 shares of Riot at a strike price or a cost basis price of 33.50, giving me that 3.35k invested. My unrealized loss at the moment is 799, which is the difference between the cost basis and the current price times by 100. And then my break even, as I said earlier, is my cost basis minus all the premium I receive. So therefore my break even is 31.39. So as it stands, where's Riot? Riot's at 25. I'm still quite confident with this stock long term. So long term, I've got no problem holding 100 shares. It's not that big of a dent inside my portfolio. But this is just again an example, just to show you guys how you can manage a trade once you do get assigned the wheel strategy. Because that's one of the main questions I get is, what if you get assigned a stock that drops way below your current cost basis? And first and foremost, as I've always said, is you want to not be doing stocks that you don't know or you don't believe in, or you don't believe in long term. And obviously position sizing is also quite critical as well. So as long as those 2 points are there, you should just be, doing your cover calls, whether it's monthly, weekly, bi-weekly. You pick a expiration date that is good for you. I prefer weekly. It's just in my nature to kind of, seeing that monthly weekly premium coming inside, and then waiting for price to recover. So again, like I said, we'll see what happens over the next couple of weeks. I have money on the sidelines to place another put. I could place another put now, but again, if I do that, I do make more money from a dollar perspective, but then my ROI goes down, because potentially, let's just say I did it at $25, so I'd be 2,500, so I'd be just under 6k in terms of invested, which will cut my ROI in half. And yeah, I could do that, but for this kind of example that I'm kind of showing you guys, I just want to try to keep it as one for as long as possible, and hopefully I don't need to put another put down. So again, in terms of how you can make a living or a passive income in this, it's just all about scale, right? So yes, you do need a bit of money. So for example, if I was playing with 1,000 shares to 10 contracts to 25,000, for example, this would be $2,100, right? And then instead of making $11 a week or $7 a week, I'm making $111 or $70 because everything is times by 10, right? So this is how you do it. But you got to practice with one contract, 100 shares, money you can afford to lose, build it up. And once you get this and this starts to make sense, you then look at your day job or your savings or whatever it may be to invest more into this kind of um, investment vehicle, for more of a better term, to then speed this up and to make more money over the long term. And that's what I've been doing. I've got other puts for other companies and stuff that I do, which I'll be doing more videos about, but I really am enjoying this strategy and kind of showing you, because it hasn't really gone to plan, if I'm honest, in terms of it should just be selling puts, and not to get assigned. But I got assigned, and as you remember, I did do as you can see here, this was my highest ROI because I was quite close to the money, which I did get assigned on. I would have probably got assigned anyway because of what's happened to Riot, but I wanted to kind of get assigned so I can show you this scenario here. Yes, it's not as big as the money I was making early on because as I was selling covered call, cash secured puts. However, I want to prove that I can still make money while I'm holding it. This percentage goes up every single week, and I'm increasing this number as well. And this number is staying constant at the moment. Yes, this unrealized might be getting bigger and smaller as price ebbs and flows, but overall, I'm not bothered having an unrealized loss of $800 because I don't plan to sell it, right? I don't plan to sell right uh, as at a loss. So that is why I'm quite happy with where things are. So we'll see how it goes on Friday. So hopefully I'll be rolling this option out on Friday. Hopefully it does pick back up so I can sell it again at the 34 strike. But we'll see how it goes. And like I said, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below if you've got any questions, and I shall see you guys in the next video.